Hello and welcome to Gardening at 58 North. In this video I'm going to attempt a new type of bonsai which I've never heard of until the last few days, and that's Aloe Vera bonsai. So I first found out about this because I was looking at Nigel Saunders' channel, which is KW Bonsai, and he was making an Aloe Vera bonsai. So I thought, oh, that's quite a good idea, I'll have to try that myself. So I've had this aloe for quite a while now. I actually removed it in one of my other videos from my trough because what kept happening is it kept growing too big, taking over the rest of the succulents, and then what I would do is I would get one of its pups like this one here, plant that one, and then a year later it would be this size again, and just have to keep repeating the process and just keep outgrowing the trough. So I've removed it completely now. That was 3 months ago. I've actually not done anything with this, just had it sitting there just in the open air, not watered it, not had any compost or anything for 3 months, and it survived, had no daylight either, but it's still alive. All that's happened is the leaves are shriveled up a bit, but the leaves are still surprisingly plump considering they haven't been watered for 3 months and it's had no soil. So I'll be using this because it's a good way of saving this from being chucked otherwise. So what I'll do is I'll take off some of the old dead roots and I'll see what I've got here at the base. So you can see here I've got a lot of roots down the bottom, but I've also got some roots higher up. Now these roots higher up are on the stem, and so they'll detract from the appearance of the bonsai effect. So what I'll be doing is I'll be removing a couple of these, even though they might look nice as aerial roots, but I can probably regrow aerial roots at some later date. I want to take these off so that the stem appears longer than it actually is, otherwise it will just look like a load of roots that are sticking out beside the stem. So that's just the tallest one's gone. I'll probably leave the rest, and what else I'll do is I'll remove a lot of these older leaves, peel them back so I can reveal more of the stem, and even some of these other leaves I'll try and peel them off. The other reason why I want to remove the leaves is because there's a lot of weight in the top of this plant, and it's becoming a bit top heavy, so I need to remove a lot of these leaves so that it's not too heavy for its own stem. And as I said before, it does reveal more of the stem. Okay, so I think that's as much as I'm willing to go with removing the leaves. I don't want to go too far. It needs to have some leaves because that's got all the energy and nutrients that it requires until the roots establish again. Luckily I've had a look and the roots aren't too bad actually. They are actually mostly still alive despite what's happened to them. So I'm going to try and prop it up like this. I'm also going to try and use a little bit of wire here to try and secure it, because it'll be a little while until the roots start to grow into the medium and can secure it properly. So I'm just going to wrap this wire around the base of the roots and the stem so that it's secured. It's less likely to fall over. Now I'm just going to spread out some of the roots so they're a little bit more evenly spaced, and then tighten up the cable underneath by just twisting the cable at the bottom. There we are, that's the cable fairly tight, not as tight as I would have liked, but it'll do. It's only providing a little bit of support. Most of the support will actually come from the growing medium. So what I'm going to do for now is just put a temporary little stick in place to hold it, so that I can use my other hands to fill in the medium, because at the moment I'm using both hands to hold this up. So after a lot of wrestling I can't really secure it with a stick or my cable, so I'm just going to start putting in the growing medium now. And what I'm using for this is a cacti compost, so there's a mixture of peat and I think loam kind of material in there, a bit of sand maybe. But I've added a lot of grit to it as well, because it needs to be well free drained, but the main reason is because it needs a lot of weight to the medium, because it's so top heavy that this will easily fall over. So hopefully the gravel will help weigh the plant down and secure it better. So that's it now holding itself, but I'm not entirely happy with how secure it is. That's it now being held by its own roots and by the growing medium. but it's still very precarious. I think if I left it, it would fall over again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get some bamboo canes, and I'm just going to make like a tripod support using 3 bamboo canes. Okay, so I have 3 very small bamboo canes here, and as I say, I'm just going to put them a bit like a tripod, have 3 of them, and hope that's enough to secure it for now. So that's the 3 of them, and I'm going to tie it up with some cable as well because I'm still not happy with that support. And in fact, I think I'm going to put a 4th bamboo cane in because I think it really does need extra support. So just using some bonsai wire, I'm just going to use that to tie on all these bamboo canes together so that it will hold nicely. So there we are. I'm quite happy now that it's stable. It's fairly secure with those bamboo canes around it. So I'll put it back in the sunlight now, start giving it some water. The roots should grow into that medium pretty quick. It's been dry for so long that the plant will be desperately trying to find any water it can. So as soon as I water the compost, the roots should grow in nicely. And then once it's on a sunny windowsill, I'm pretty confident it should grow quickly. It's always grown fast, this plant, for me, so it should do well. And all I have to do is wait then, see how it grows. So hopefully in a month or 2 I'll do another update. I should be able to take away the supports hopefully by then, and I might have to remove some of the other lower leaves to stop it getting too top heavy. That's it for now with the bonsai, and hopefully maybe in about 5 or 10 years it'll get a nice thick trunk, and I can maybe get some branches to form in it as well.